What if the Indominus Rex never died? As a film and TV channel, we make it our point to analyze and interpret things. One of those things we love to do is imagine a world, an alternate universe, where things went down quite differently. And in this video, that's what we want to do with the iconic scene from Jurassic World of Indy's death. We all remember that Mosasaurus jumping from out of the water to take her down to her watery grave. But how would things have gone down if she had not been killed by the Mosasaurus? Let's just say that Rex and Blue got her over the edge of the water, but the Mosasaurus wasn't in there or just wasn't interested. Indy was impervious to bullets, it seemed, but if she fell down with enough force at the right angle into a metal beam, she would be impaled by it somewhat like she was in Jurassic World. Her hide was thick enough that even if she was impaled by a beam, it wouldn't go that deep, so she would sustain injury, but probably not anything too severe. That's some fortitude that hybrid has on her. She would have sustained all those damages all the same, but near the end, she wasn't looking too good. We have to remember that Indy had been on a constant run since her escape from her paddock. It was daytime when she escaped, possibly early morning or afternoon, and then nighttime when the fight was over. She most likely at that point was out of stamina, and seeing how she was knackered, she would have cut her losses and disappeared into the jungles. She had already removed her tracking device from out of her body, so it would have been very hard for people to track her down. It is quite possible that Indy would have stayed hidden on Isla Nublar for quite some time, being that she has the ability to camouflage and regulate her body temperature. She can literally put herself off the grid if she wanted. During that time alone, she would calm down eventually and become a skilled ambush hunter. You may think that she most likely would have eventually come back and killed Rexy for revenge, and she would have had a good chance since Rexy is an older dinosaur and would have died anyway if Blue hadn't distracted Indy from her mission. However, Indy is a social animal, being mixed with Velociraptor, and she most likely would have tried again to win Rexy's trust, not wanting to be alone. It would be easier for a young and inexperienced dinosaur like her on the run to team up with an older dinosaur who needs the muscle and is more experienced. Blue definitely wouldn't want anything to do with the Indominus Rex since, she's responsible for killing her family. Velociraptors, being as intelligent as they are, I can't imagine would hold a powerful grudge if something that threatened their safety before was still running around rampant in their territory. Besides, it was very clear that the Indominus Rex did not want to kill Rexy, and you can check out our video that we did on that in the card. With Indy's military-grade features, she would easily be able to live out her life literally hidden from anyone's view. Even with Isla Nublar's 30 square mile coverage, Indy would be able to easily traverse to and fro under camouflage. It's fair to assume that she would stay clear of the water, at least in the beginning, and maybe she would do as the raptors did in the Michael Crichton book later on, where they started to look from off the shore towards the place where the water and the sky meet. The horizon to new potential, to get off the island. Indy would start to realize that there was something more than just the island she was on, and eventually make a plan to possibly track across the ocean the way the raptors did in the Michael Crichton books. Whether or not she could make that journey is up for debate, since she does have cuttlefish DNA, but that's most likely only a fact that lends to her ability to hide thermally. Indy would realize that killing senselessly would draw more attention to her, and she would most likely stop once she got the killing out of her system. Animals that are kept in captivity for copious amounts of time usually rampage, but don't do it forever. And she was most likely letting out her frustration. But if she was given a chance to live in the wild on her own, she would most likely be way more functional than she was seen in Jurassic World if she was still alive. As a matter of fact, if you want to see a video or a little scenery that we put together on what it would have been like if Indy was out in the wild on her own, you can check that out in the card above as well. If you want a theory on why Indy rampaged in the first place, you can also check that out in the card and in the outro. Let us know what you think would have gone down if Indy was still alive. Do you think that they still would have gone through with the production of the Indoraptor in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? If she was? I don't know. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Altiori. You ask, we answer.